Hello and welcome to another edition of the Movie Kit podcast. I'm your host, Kit Bowen. Got a good show for you today. We're going to talk about a new movie coming out this weekend, Caught Stealing, starring Austin Butler. But joining me in this conversation is my very good friend, Joel Amos. Joel, how are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so this is kind of, we're in that doldrums of August, but some good movies have come out in August. So I'm
Mhm.
sort of half impressed, including this one. Let me give you the brief description here. A burned out ex-baseball player, Hank Thompson, unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of the 1990s New York City, forced to navigate a treacherous underworld he never imagined. Well, it's a little it's a little much, I think. Um, it is directed by Darren Aronofsky, which actually surprised me when I saw that he directed this. This kind of had his touches to it, but also kind of not in a way.
Mhm.
But it does star Austin Butler as Hank, and we also have Regina King, Zoe Kravitz, Griffin Dunn makes an appearance, Matt Smith, and Liev Schreiber and Vincent
Sorry.
D'Onofrio as these. What would you call it? What's the Jewish
Orthodox,
Orthodox Jews? Yeah,
Orthodox Jewish mobby-ish people.
mobs. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna let you start us off. What did you think of Caught Stealing?
Um, I thought I liked it. I liked it. I think I went in, with a certain amount of expectations and they were met. I
Yeah,
think I think, advertising nowadays with trailers and this and that and the other thing, it can be kind of challenging, but I think what you see in the trailer is what you're going to get. I mean,
yeah,
that's one of those movies where you think you know where you got. And I think the only wild card would have to be the director because this is very unlike what Darren has usually done. But I think he had a good time with it,
yeah.
which is he doesn't seem to be the kind of guy who likes to let down his hair very much. But it looks like he kind of had a good time with this, kind of a little channeled a little bit of his own little inner Guy Ritchie, perhaps a little bit.
Yep.
And, complete with the music. I think that was purpose. He said it in the 90s so you could have fun kind of with the score. And I mean for late August, Labor Day weekend, I think there are worse things that you could do if you wanted to go see the flick this weekend than see Caught Stealing.
I think so too. I think it was very it was tight, I mean, it was fairly
Yes.
succinct in its storytelling. Um, Austin does kind of play this kid who's sort of had a tragic situation happen to him as a high schooler. He was a promising baseball player, and things go wrong for him there, and that sort of carries on into his early 20s, I guess, or late 20s, however old he is in this. But yeah, certainly there was a lot of colorful characters in this. Kind of kept you guessing a little bit. But I mean, it all kind of falls on Austin's shoulders, and I thought he did a great job. And I swear to God,
He's
that man is he's just gorgeous.
gorgeous.
I mean,
I feel very safe
unbelievable.
and I am very, very confident in my heterosexuality, but there's something about that dude. I mean, we've talked about this before about like something about watching beautiful people on screen is very enjoyable. And Zoe is no slouch herself. And I just
No,
thought the two of them, but it was just like,
yeah,
okay,
they're
so we
great
got
on
two
together.
absolutely gorgeous people in a crime thriller that as a genre, I love. Why would I not want to watch this?
Yeah,
I just I can't. Oh, and Darren Aronofsky directing it. Okay, even better.
yeah,
Um, yeah, there's something about him, and it's not just that he's good looking. He's got this charisma that I think that seeps
yes,
through. And I mean, I mean, he mentioned, I'm sure, I mean, he's probably not sick of it because it made him, but like, playing Elvis, I mean, that had to be one of the most thankless things he could have done.
yes,
And, you also think there was also the beginnings of COVID and how they had to go back and shoot two or three different times in Australia. And I'm just thinking like, there's something about that guy. Like if he could handle that, like I really can't wait to see what he does next. And I worry a little bit because I'm not sure how well this movie's going to do. And I feel like Bike Riders was really good. And he was great in that. But like I'm wondering about some of his choices. And I feel like he needs another like big hit kind of keep going. But You
Yeah.
know, on the other hand, he may not care. He may just want to do the movies that speak to him, and good for him for that. And I think this is definitely one he read and was just like, you know what, I gotta do this. And I'm really glad I did. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. And I say this before I forget, but like I haven't been at a ton of Orthodox meals, but I've certainly been at some very religious meals. And I'd say there's a lot to chuckle at this film, but I was on the floor. It's in the trailer, and it should be because it's hysterical. But
Yeah.
when a lot of Jewish people eat their matzo ball soup, that's what you hear. There's not a whole lot of talking. It's all about the business of eating
Right.
that Jewish gold, Jewish penicillin, as they call it. And there's a lot of lots of slurping. My grandpa was notorious for his slurping matzo ball soup. So when that scene happened, I think, you know, there's not a lot of Jewish people here in Spokane. I must have been the loudest person in the theater because I couldn't stop laughing. It just spoke to me, and I was just like, I couldn't wait to tell anybody I knew. And I didn't quite know how to explain it, but I was like, you got to see it to understand it.
Yeah, I know. He that was a great scene. Carol Kane makes a nice
Yes.
cameo in that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. Perfect.
So yeah, I
And
mean, like I said, it's interesting that it comes from Darren Aronofsky, who, you know,
mm.
is kind of known for directing some weird movies. I'm
Well, I mean, Black Swan just celebrated what I think 15th anniversary. They had a big old thing in
sure,
Hollywood about it. You know, that's probably his most well-known, most I don't know,
probably,
recognizable piece that he's done. But I mean, Mother was something else. Like, holy moly. Like,
but his very first one, Requiem of a Dream,
oh, yeah,
that yikes.
that that's at the top of a lot of people's lists of movies I appreciated seeing, but will never watch again.
No, no, uh-uh. No
You
way.
know,
But
no.
he was kind of on a bit of a same trajectory of as like Soderbergh, I thought,
Yep. Yep.
he had a certain sort of sensibility. And now Soderbergh's kind of, you know, made a resurgence.
Yeah.
Well, he directed two great movies this past year, Black Bag
Yep.
and well, what's the other one? The scary one. Sort of scary. Shoot. Presence.
Presence, yes.
Um, but yeah, Aronofsky's an interesting director, and this time it seemed like he kind of, you know, uh kept it on the normalcy, you know,
Hmm.
train. And of course, if you're a cat lover, which I am,
Steals the show. Steals the show.
steals the show, the
No
cat.
question.
In fact,
The
I have a
cat.
sleeping one right next to me. I have a new cat, so I was highly
Name?
appreciative of the cat.
What what's our name? What's our name?
Yeti, Yeti.
Yeti.
He's,
Aw.
he's all white. He's a very cute cat. Anyway, yes, cats were king in this one for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what
And
rating would? Yeah, go ahead.
no, just last like apparently also our little feline friend stole the show at the premiere, the red carpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look up, go, all you out there, go out to YouTube and just look at, the cat at the caught stealing premiere. And it's just like, of course the cat stole the show. I mean, that's what that cat does.
That's what cats,
I'd be
dogs.
happy with four. I think a solid four.
Yeah, I think a solid
Um,
four too.
given the time of year, the filmmaker, the film, yeah, a four.
Like I said, Austin is he's an interesting actor. I'm curious to see where he'll end up, what he ends up doing. I mean,
Yeah.
he could do just about anything. I haven't seen him in a romantic comedy, but that might be next. That might
You
be next. Or an action film.
you
What
should at
kind of
least give it a try.
he could he was in talks for Bond, wasn't he? Was
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
I
yeah,
think he is or was. I'm not sure. I think he
yeah.
kind of said no, 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 no.
But no, I could see him in like, I mean, he needs his own like Bourne franchise. Like I could see
Yes.
him doing something like that. Like he's got the charisma and God knows the physique, he could handle it. I mean, but I think the future is his, period. End of
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Like you said, rom-com, action, whatever. Even like a Castaway where he's the only guy in the movie, he could
Right.
carry it.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah. So
that's kind
four
of the,
stars for us on this one, guys.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Actually, because we didn't get a chance to, and since we have a little extra time, let's just talk real quick about weapons.
Hmm.
Because we did try, guys. We did try. It was just
Yes, we
not
did.
in the cards for us to try to do a
No.
podcast that
Well,
more timely
yeah,
basis for that.
yeah, well
But
put.
we both, I was pretty flabbergasted how good this movie was. I was just really completely intrigued by it. And it's, it's from the guy who directed Barbarian. His name is Zach Kreger, and he wrote
Yeah,
and directed it. Stars Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Alden Iron Reich, I guess. I don't know
yeah.
how you say his last name. And it came out a few weeks ago, and it got huge, huge box office. In fact, I think it's either still on top
No,
or
it is.
yep.
Well, actually, it got beat last week by Demon Hunters
Oh, the
or
pop.
K-pop Demon Hunters sing along thing, but that you can't fight a cultural phenomenon even if you tried. Like, there was no beating that.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. It was atmospheric, it was creepy, it was funny, darkly funny in parts, and Amy Madigan stole the show. Who
Good for her.
this weird ass woman. I guess she's a witch of some kind or whatever, but she's not the center of why these kids disappear. And it's just yeah, I was really, really riveted. How about you?
The word I keep coming back to is floored. I was floored. I really, really like Miss Garner. I mean, since Ozark, I just think that she's one of our best right now at that age group, and she will win an Oscar. It's just a question of when.
Right.
Um, and I saw an interview. I mean, after I saw the film, I did a little deep dive, and I saw an interview with Josh Brolin where someone actually asked him about now that he's a dad again, he's a little bit more involved than he was the last time around.
Mhm.
And if it kind of had an effect on a movie like this. And he was actually said he was the first person who had asked that question. And there's no question, yes. He
Yeah.
said he found himself acting, and you could really see it. Like, I mean, I've always liked Josh because he's just got a presence, and he just seems like a cool guy, and it's not terrible at what he does, but like I really thought he kind of went over and above in this one.
Yeah.
And good for him because he's had a lot of troubles in the years personally, and looks like he's got his shit together. Pardon my French, but yeah, I just think that there's an atmosphere to it too that just it's dripping and kind
Yes.
of almost carry it with you home, like especially if you leave the theater and you see it at night and it's all dark and again I saw an interview with the director and he said he just kind of got the idea when there are a lot of ring cameras on TikTok and social media. And he's just like, I mean, maybe I'm just horror oriented, but I just see these things. I just think, there's so much potential terror that
Right.
could come from this grainy footage. What can I do with it? And
Right.
man, he hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were really smart with that very, very first trailer. All they showed was the kids running on the ring cams. And that started the buzz. People were like, what on
What
earth is
is
this?
this? And
Yeah.
they're
And
running really weird and yeah.
yeah, yeah, with their arms in the air. And I, yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, I see nothing on the docket about it coming to streaming soon. So it may be out for a few weeks, but if you do want to see it, you should go to the theaters because it may not be on streaming for another several months, and you don't
Yeah.
want to miss this.
No,
This
you
is,
don't. You
I
definitely need to
think,
try to go see it on the big screen too.
it's weird to say because I know we're in Oscar season, quote unquote, but I still think it may be one of the best movies you'll see the rest of the year.
Well, it could be. I mean, we've had a really good year for horror films too. It's just
True.
the this guy in particular, Krager, he likes to kind of mess with it a little bit, so you think you're going one way. This was a little more straightforward than Barbarian, which just absolutely, I was like, wait, what? Just that went from zero to way weird, but good weird, I should say. When I was watching that one, I'm like, what is going on right now? This is just wild. So he's definitely got a unique spin on things.
Yeah.
He's kind of like
It
Jordan
reminds me,
Peele too, who
yeah,
likes,
and it reminds me a little bit of Mike Flanagan too.
yes,
They have a very succinct vision,
yes,
and honestly, they hit it out of the park every time.
yes,
I mean, even Flanagan took a little detour by doing The Life of Chuck, but like it was still just gripping, and from Stephen King. So there's just there's some tours out there right now that we should be very excited about.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, thank you for joining us. I mean, I would give this one,
Mhm.
I would have given Weapon, it's 5 star for me.
Oh yeah, no question. If there were more stars, I'd take them all too. Um, and I don't know what, the schedule's like, the next week, but we got supposedly the last Conjuring, which I've heard some amazing things from friends of ours.
Really?
Hamilton is actually, it was supposed to be for the theaters, but because of COVID, it came to Disney. It's coming. I'm definitely seeing that with my daughter early. And
Yeah.
then on Apple TV is an incredible looking movie called Highest to Lowest
Oh,
with Denzel Washington, Jeffrey Wright, and it's directed by Spike Lee.
huh.
So potentially whenever we can, a few things to chat with.
Definitely. Yes, we'll definitely be returning here pretty soon. I am going to be on the road a bit again, but we'll squeeze in some time here to do a couple
Cool.
of
Cool, cool.
podcasts. But thank you again, Joel, for joining,
Of course.
and everyone take care and definitely go see Caught Stealing. Also, The Roses is another one that's coming out this
Yeah.
weekend, which is sort of a remake of War of the Roses, but I hear is really good too. So
Yes, yes,
we didn't
yes.
see that one yet, but if we do, we'll talk about it too a little later. Anyway, take care,
Indeed.
everyone. Like and subscribe and do all the things you're supposed to do down below. Really appreciate everyone listening. Take care, everybody. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.